Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. From the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Otis. Got it set up on the outside. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all three phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Snags it over the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Working the middle of the field, he knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. To the air, it's Otis. Makes the catch, it's Gentry. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the rush rush will get to him at the 25.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Otis. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not go through the uprights. You've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy.
Turning it on. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Slithers into space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 35. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Florida State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Otis. The screen. He's got wheels. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll keep it himself. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hernandez. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold on.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Otis. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Defense showing blitz here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Using his legs, it's Lang. Running to Green. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking downfield, it's Otis. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 2nd down coming up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Otis. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Snagged out of the air.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
We love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Feels as if the whole city of Route lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, he's got Bull. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Otis. Pressure coming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
NC State.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker to protect their quarterback.
Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Oh, they blocked the kick. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll set up to throw. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Seminoles are on the move.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call the...
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. You know, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. First down for this offense. Looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the misfire, it's second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Quickly to the tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to SMU. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
To the air, it's Otis. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. You need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. First down here for the offense. On the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option. The quarterback
fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Otis. Oh, they're after him! And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. Working that left side now. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get...
There he goes! Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside big. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. With the catch, it's Christensen. And they're able to get him on the ground.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it! And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Got his man on the outside. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 38 over Minnesota. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your drill.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. NC State quick to the line.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Running back searching for a hole. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Tom, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wide receiver going in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it in the middle, it's Hernandez. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Got it in the middle, it's Stockton. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad.